Hi, welcome to Konexio Technical Insight. I am Rahul Randeria and I would be conducting today's show. Today we would be discussing regarding the trends, the setups, the technical indicators, the derivatives data, the candlestick patterns of Nifty, Bank Nifty, as well as the different asset classes. Now, first of all, the general disclaimer, this video is only for educational purpose. Do consult your financial advisor before trading or investing. Now, first of all, let us discuss what we have mentioned in our last video. In our last video, we have mentioned that markets were facing some sort of lack of follow-up buying, and due to the global macros, uh, kind of rate hikes, the downgrades, the bear were having a strong grip on the markets, and any pullback on the markets was sold off in Nifty and Bank Nifty, not only in Indian markets but as well as in the global market also. So we had a view that any pullback should be used as a selling opportunity. Those who are long should try to book profits at the higher levels and just wait for some decent correction. Let the price to get stable at the lower levels, and then if there is a pullback, then just try to go long. But as of now, still the market remained negative for the last week. So friends, now let us check out the Nifty daily charts, and we'll try to figure out what could be the trend for the next week. So let us go to the Nifty daily charts. Now, this is the Nifty daily charts. Now, here you can see Nifty has been moving into a downward falling channel, which we have been discussing regarding, and beautifully it has managed to trade in this particular falling channel. Currently, it is on the midway of this particular channel. You can see the RSI. Now RSI is also still into the negative territory. I would not call it a negative territory, but with negative signals, it is in the comfort zone, but still the signals are negative. And this is the daily charts. So looking at this particular pattern, we feel that still the weakness prevails. Now let us just have a view on what could be the weekly charts. The larger degree charts again seems to be slightly weak. It is inside weak candle, and still the lower support is near 19,296, which is last to last week's low. So that could be uh, acting as a major support in the next week. And again still there is lack of weakness, there is lack of strength in the market and lack of follow-up buying in the markets, due to which the prices are not able to uh, sustain at the higher levels. So as of now, the trend seems to be negative or slightly weak at these levels. So now friends, let us discuss the important supports and resistance level in Nifty for the next week. The first support in the Nifty is placed at 19,296 is the first support. Sorry, this is Nifty call data. You will see the Nifty first support on the screen. The first support is at 19,296 is the first support. Below that, the second support is placed at 19,189, and third support is placed at 19,024. These are the important supports. On the upside, the first resistance is at 19,557. Above that, the second resistance is at 19,645, and third resistance is placed at 19,795. These are the important supports and resistance level in Nifty for the next week. So looking at the charts, still uh, the trend seems to be slightly weak. Uh, the candles are inside weak candle, so still the weakness prevails at these levels. So maybe if there is a gap up opening on Monday, we might see again weakness or selling pressure coming in at the higher levels. So friends, now let us check out Nifty call data. Let us try to analyze the Nifty option data, which is Nifty calls. In Nifty calls, you can clearly see the action was seen in 19,500 calls, then 19,600 calls, 19,700 calls, and 19,800 calls. Now here most important thing which I would like to say is that, sorry for that, uh, the most important thing is the fall in the option premium, which is clearly indicating that the smart money are already into writing out of the money calls. The implied volatility is between 8.96 and 9.30. The open interest is rising, the volumes are rising. So the smart money is already uh, into writing the out of the money calls, which might restrict Nifty to scale higher. Now, as of now, at current levels, looking at the particular volumes, we feel or the data suggests that 19,500 could act as a major resistance. If it breaks and sustain, then there are chances that Nifty might further scale up to 19,600. But beyond 19,600, we feel that it is difficult for next week to cross. Again, next week is a truncated week. So maybe um, the market might remain highly volatile. It would behave just like sideways to down. So maybe 19,600 could act as a immediate resistance above 19,500. So traders need to watch 19,500 as an immediate barrier, and those who want to trade short should go short between 19,500 and 19,600. This is the range where one can go short at the higher levels if there is a bounce back in the next week. Now, friends, let us check out Nifty put data. In Nifty put, you will see the action was seen in 19,400 puts, 19,300 puts, 19,200 puts, and 19,100 puts. Now, here you can see the option premiums are positive. That means smart money might have slightly started buying Nifty puts. That means they are slightly bearish on the markets from these levels. The implied volatility is between 8.37 and 10.08. Here, there is a rise in the volumes. There is a rise in the open interest, which is clearly indicating that on the downside, immediate basis, 19,400 could act as an immediate support. If it breaks, then the next support might be coming around 19,200 mark. So definitely, looking at this particular data, we feel that still the weakness is prevailing in the markets. Any pullback should be used to go short at the higher levels, and bears are still gripping the markets at this juncture. So friends, now let us discuss or check out the Bank Nifty daily charts. Now, let me take you the Bank Nifty daily charts so that we will have a slight clear view that what could be the trend the next week in the Bank Nifty. Now here in Bank Nifty also you can clearly see it has been moving into a falling channel, making lower tops, lower bottoms. Currently it is slightly at the midway, and further weakness from here cannot be ruled out. Now here you can see the RSI is still in negative with negative signals. There are no signs of positive signals in RSI on the daily charts. So still the charts are looking weak on the daily time frame. Now let us check out the weekly time frame. Now on the weekly time frame you can clearly see three bearish candles. Uh, of almost similar size, but still Bank Nifty has closed near the week's low. So that is again a negative signal or weak signal. So maybe look particular candle. Uh, it is indicating that again if there is any pullback, then selling pressure might coming at the higher levels. So most probably the charts are also looking weak at this juncture. Further weakness cannot be ruled out from these levels. So friends, now let us discuss the important supports and resistance level in Bank Nifty for the next week. The first support in the Bank Nifty is placed at 43,946. Below that, the second support is placed at 43,519, and third support is placed at 43,331. These are the important supports in Bank Nifty for the next week. On the upside, the first resistance is placed at 44,571. Above that, the second resistance is placed at 44,980, and third resistance is placed at 45,119. These are the important supports and resistance level in Bank Nifty for the next week. So most probably looking at this particular charts, again, the weakness might prevail for next week. Market might trade sideways to negative. So now, friends, let us check out the derivative data of Bank Nifty. Let us see Bank Nifty call data. You will see on the screen in Bank Nifty calls, the action was particularly seen in the 44,500 calls, 45,000 calls, and 45,500 calls. Now, here, most important thing which I would like to see, you will see on the screen, there has been a significant drop in the option premiums. That is clearly indicating that smart money is already strongly into writing the out of the money calls. So on the immediate basis, 44,500 could act as a major resistance here. The volume and open interest concentration is huge, and very high. Implied volatility is also high. If it breaks 44,500, then only there are chances that Bank Nifty might scale up to the levels of 45,000. But looking at this particular data, 44,500 could act as a major resistance. So looking at this particular thing, the data of Bank Nifty calls, any pullback towards 44,500 should be used to go short at the higher levels. Now, friends, let us discuss the Bank Nifty put data. In Bank Nifty put, you will see on the screen, the action was seen in 44,000 puts, then 43,500 puts, 43,300 puts, and 43,000 puts. Now, here you can clearly see uh, there has been slightly positive in the option premium. That means the smart money might have started buying some out of the money puts from these levels. But looking at the volume and open interest concentration, we feel that immediate support is placed around 44,000. So if it breaks 44,000, then there are chances that Bank Nifty might drift down to the levels of 43,300 to 43,200 mark from those levels. From the levels, if Bank Nifty breaks 44,000. So, friends, looking at the data, I mean to say that looking at the charts of Nifty and Bank Nifty and derivative data of both the indices, the view remains to be slightly weak. Any pullback should be used to book profits at the higher levels. Those who are long, those who want to go short, should wait for market to open with positive gap, and in Nifty trying to go short around or between trying to go short between 19,500 and 19,600, and in Bank Nifty one should try to go short around say maybe 44,000, 44,100 levels uh, if there is a pullback. So friends, now let us come to the final segment of our show, which is positional call. I've identified one stock. Uh, the name of the stock is State Bank of India. Let me go to the daily charts of the State Bank of India. Now, this is the daily chart of SBI. You can clearly see the stock has been moving upward, making higher tops, higher bottoms in a rising channel. It has taken a support around the lower support trend line. Last couple of trading days, almost if you can see, uh, in last week, I mean to say last whole week, SBI was consolidating. There was lack of follow-up selling. That means the prices are getting stable at these levels. The results in SBI were good. The stock is into oversold territory. Yes, RSI is still negative on the daily charts, but on the hourly charts, the RSI is positive. So let me show you the RSI on the hourly charts so that we will have a clear view. You can clearly see The prices are flat. RSI is making higher highs. It is classical uh, indication of a positive divergence. So on the hourly charts, the stock is looking good. SBI might see some sort of trend reversal from these levels. So short-term investors, long-term investors, swing traders, positional traders can buy SBI above 580 only. Currently, the stock is quoting around 574. As of now, one should just wait and watch. The moment stock crosses 580, supported with strong volumes, the volume should be more than 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, or 50 lakhs on the on the daily trading sessions. Once SBI breaks 580, investors should buy the stock for an upside target of 640 for long term. For short term, stock can bounce back towards the level of 605 or 610, maybe next 1 or 2 months. But for long term, the stock is looking positive at these levels. But one should buy only if SBI breaks and trades above 580 for a long term target of 640. This could be uh, turned as an investment call above 580. So one should have SBI in the portfolio. So thank you very much, friends, for watching the show. Any suggestion you can give in the comment box. Have a nice trading week. Thank you.